Today we're going to talk about Battletech Firestorm, and we're going to walk through the controls as they are in the pods. We're going to start here at the radar screen. Right here we have our radar screen. There's 12 buttons. As you can see, some of the functionality is currently grayed out. That is because we are not in our advanced mode for piloting. So on the top left, you'll see you have your jump jets. Right below that, you have your shutdown. Then you have your targeting mode, then flush, then crouch, program mode, and down the top right, you have your radar range, radar mode, light amplification, searchlight, auto center for your torso, and the piloting mode. If I'm to reach up and press my jump jet, you'll see my fuel on my jump jet goes down as I increase in flight. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on the foot pedals. That'll be with holding down this program button and then toggling this while it lights up into either mid or advanced. Basic, all the majority of the advanced controls are turned off. Mid will make it to where your foot pedals control your upper half, joystick controls your lower half, and advanced flips that to makes it to where your foot pedals control the movement of your mech left and right, and joystick does only upper half. So we're going to turn that on now. So now I am currently in advanced, and now as you can see, the rest of the functionality turns on. Shutdown, if I hit that, it will power down my mech completely. Startup will start it back up. We're going to go through the map damage and target in a minute. Flush, as you fire, you will heat up your mech and you will actually see the heat rise. So if I do that, you'll see as I fire 2 medium pulse here, I go to 10%, and then as they continue to charge, and as it gets too hot, you can use the coolant of the reservoir to pump back into the system to cool it down. You'll see the flush icon now starts. I can now reach up and press the flush once, and it'll come out of my reservoir to cool me down faster than it would normal. Crouch will allow you to take a knee. Up here we have radar range. Right now we have our radar set to 1200 because this mech has Beagle Active Probe. If I change the radar range, you can see it'll zoom it in to 400. All that does is take this inner circle and move it out and expand it to the other. Here we have radar mode. That'll be active or passive. Active radar means that, like a submarine, you're pinging it with sonar, so you can lock on with streaks and all missile fire. Passive, once you hit that, it'll shrink your radar range, but if you do not have a radar lock on somebody, in passive you can't fire streaks. Also, they cannot get a radar lock on you in order to get missile lock unless they're within a certain range. Next, you have your light amplification, so if we turn that on, you'll see it turns everything green, and that's for night vision. You have your searchlight, which almost nobody will use, but that's what the searchlight does. And then your torso auto center. So as we move our torso, you can see the triangle move left and right, and that will allow us to see what's in the shade. So if I move it all the way off to the side here, you'll see I have a target right there, and if I look up, there he is. So that's the basics of your radar screen. The only other option that I wanted to talk about was the map damage target. So I'm currently on map. If I change it to damage, that shows my mech's damage, and TGT will show the target's damage. You will not get this unless you pass your crosshairs over. And I'll demonstrate that now. As you can see, I'm not currently on him. As I pass my crosshairs over, then it'll bring him up. That is the radar screen in a nutshell. This top left here, if you have it on zoom on your pinky control, this will be on jump jet. If you change your pinky to jump jet, this will change to zoom. You can see I can change it to either or. Okay, we will go through each panel now. So we'll start on the bottom left here. This is your MFD for your targeting. As you can see, I'm currently targeting Dark Priest, and across the top I have nearest friendly, next friendly, previous friendly, target mode, nearest enemy, next enemy, previous enemy, and crosshair target. Crosshair target is the only one that needs some explaining. That is where you put your crosshair on somebody, then click this button, and it'll target who you have under that. Target mode will change everything to a bar graph, and as you can see, you have from left to right head, left torso, center torso, right arm, right leg. Special panel 1, the blank spot there would be for another special panel, then rear torso. So as I shoot, hit him with a gauge, you'll see his center torso goes down and it flashes where I hit him. That's how you tell where people are hurt, and that will get darker as they get more hurt. So that is your targeting panel. Up above that, we have our taunts. This will show you your kills and deaths, and it'll show you the other players in the game. Above it, you can go ahead and you can select this all, or you can select the individual, and when you select it, you will get a series of taunts that you can send them. And you send that to them just by clicking the corresponding, and it'll send it through their speakers of their pod. This works really well for team games, because you can actually do attack my target, form up on me. Center panel, we have our navigation. As I turn, you'll see the navigation scroll. This is how we find waypoints. You'll have your score, your kills and deaths. You'll have your static jump jets that you can press and hold here. Eject ammo rounds, so when you get a stuck ammo, you have to actually select it on the weapons panel and then eject it manually. Then you have your objectives up here. Objectives, all it does is turn that panel on or off, that little saying about what the mission is. So that's the navigation panel. Top right, we have your damage. Much like the targeting, in this case, in the top left, you have mute so that you don't hear all the taunts. Nearest enemy, crosshair target, armor mode, zoom mode, jump mode, flush mode, light amp mode. The armor Camera mode does the same thing for yours, changes it to bar graph. All the others, the nearest enemy, crosshair target, zoom mode, jump mode, flush mode, and light amp mode, program your pinky on your joystick. So if I press the jump jet, if I press and hold my pinky, I fly. I can go up here and click zoom mode, click it again. Now I have my zoom. Final panel, down here to the right, we have our weapons panel. We have group fire, chain fire, next weapon, previous weapon, mode, and assign groups 1, 2, 3. On this current configuration, this is a Shadowcat. We have 2 clan medium pulse, a clan gauze rifle, 2 clan streak 4s. If I am to keep it on group fire, when I pull the trigger, it'll fire both of those medium pulses. If I click chain fire, it will do it to everything, not just the medium pulses, and it will go down the line as they charge and fire only one at a time. You almost never want to use these 2 chain and group. Next and previous weapon allows you to scroll through it, and then you'll see we have a 1, 2, 3 for your trigger setup. 1 is your trigger, 2 is your missile button, 3 is your lower thumb. Down here across mode, by press and hold mode, you'll see that all 3 of these are solid. That means that they are on group fire. I can click number 1 and make it only chain while the others are on group. This is one of the most confusing things to do. So with this, both of my streaks that are on number 2 will fire both because they are in group mode. My gauze will fire on its own. It's fine, it can be in either. But my medium pulses will fire in chain succession, so one after the other as I pull the trigger. This helps with heat management. The next thing you can do is you want to assign weapons. So static, the gauze comes on number 1 like this. So if I highlight it, and I can pull it off of 1 and put it on 3. You can also put it on all 3 if you want, but that's how you program your triggers. Your joystick has forward hat to look down, backward hat to look behind you, left hat to look off to the left, right hat to look off to the right, and as you scroll off to the left, you'll see that I have number 3 there, which is my gauze, and it is currently in range. To the right of your crosshairs, you will have a 1, 2, 3 that will change from yellow to green. If it is yellow, it means that a weapon is either not charged or not in range. If it is green, it is charged and it is in range. So we will take a shot at this vehicle's hangar, and if I fire the gauze, you can see it turns to yellow. And I fire a pulse, fire another pulse. There it goes. So this is the basics of the control panels of the mechs for Battletech. Okay, this is the splash screen that you get before you launch. It has the feet of either a Mad Cat or a Vulture, as well as Zero greeting you, and a spec off to the side, a bug class VTV. And it does talk about Virtual World's primary site, which is mechjock.com. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set up our unit, our mech real quick. Let's go see if we can kill some mechs. What I just did was I set my triggers to where number 1 is my medium pulses on chain fire, gauze is on number 3. And this is a Cauldron-born that we're against at the moment. This is Triptych. And we are currently trying to hit him in his upper half. This is a free-for-all standing on the map peaks. That was a bad shot.
Awarded.
There's a fun annihilator. Let's not go after that. One of the reasons the Shadowcat is just so overpowered is its maneuverability as well as the amount of fire it can lay down. It is by far the most powerful medium mech weight ratio. Ooh, there's a very damaged Cyclops. Let's see if we can sneak that kill. Then we'll go back to our catapult fun. Center torso on this Cyclops is really lit. So he only requires one more shot to the center. We'll go back to our catapult friend. Let's go find him. There he is. He's firing a T-bolt at me. There we go. One of the options that a lot of the members will do is what's known as a bingo. We will attempt to kill every mech once before we kill another one, and make sure that we get everybody once. Alright, I have a weapon jam. I'm going to highlight it on the right panel, then eject the ammo round with the top one, and it gets me my streak back. That happens with firing too fast, too hot.
Each level critical.
Oh, I just took a T-bolt. Just blew off my leg.
Kill awarded.
Let's see, who have we not killed? We killed you. We're looking for Thor. Thor's in a cougar. Cougars like to eat gauze.
Kill awarded.
Goes, and we have not killed Darkman. So let's go find Darkman. He's off to the side over here in a New Zeal. I'm currently going super slow because I took a T-bolt to the leg.
Depleted. Ammunition depleted.
Sith Boy. Oh, I have not killed Sith Boy yet either.
Awarded.
Now we'll go after Darkman. Darkman is in a rifleman. We are really low on weapons and armor, so we're going to attempt to die. Ow. I prefer not to die on him so that I can come back and finish him off.
Ammunition depleted. Kill awarded.
Now that we've gotten our bingo, we can start going back down the line, if anybody would kill me.
Rejected.
There we go. So the maneuverability of the Shadowhawk is very well known. Its high top speed, good turning radius are all wonderful. But its weapons payload is what really outshines most. Okay, we have another injured mech over here. Thor. Oh, looks like his legs. There we go. Fun old Annihilator. I typically go for the crotch for the fact that it does wrap around. So you can hit center torso all the way through the crotch. In most mechs, Fafnirs and Annihilators do have a special panel to protect it from the back. We might as well leg this guy. And one medium pulse and he's dead.
Awarded. Each level critical.
Alright, did we kill Tomcat twice? Nope. Okay, so we can kill him a second time.
Each level critical.
That was a whiff.
Each level critical.
That's another T-bolt.
Kill awarded.
Alright, let's see if we can do a DFA. Oh, wait, are you hurt? You look a little hurt. We'll go for a double bingo and we'll start doing some DFAs. I need Darkman and Sith Boy. This is Darkman. Ow.
Each level critical. Each level critical. Each level critical. Ammunition depleted.
Alright, so we just need Sith Boy and we'll have our double bingo. There he is. Around New Zeal. am out of missile ammo again, so I'm currently down to 2 rounds of gauze and 2 medium pulse, 1 round of gauze since I wasted that one. Okay, let's go ahead and try a DFA. Cool down a little bit so we can get some good speed. DFA is known as death from above. Sorry. DFA is known as death from above. This is where you will jump and land on an enemy. One of the best ways to get an enemy to, a bot anyway, to get his attention is to shoot him.
Ejecting.
Now he died. I ended up dying in the process because I was already damaged and his explosion got me.